Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Folks, I am Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR. With me, we've been gone for a bit as a match, as a pair. The last one was
You got
4 weeks ago
my,
because I was at a
your
comedy.
face. Yeah, we're a match. Your face and my.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I know your ass.
uh,
It's okay. Is none other than old man Grodnard, Glenn Hellstrom. Glenn.
don't cuss in this show. No, I don't cuss. He
I
cusses
do
for
all
a
the
living.
cussing. I do enough.
I hire a guy to do my cussing,
And it comes to me second nature.
and
Uh,
I stiff him on the payment, which makes him cuss more.
Actually, it's funny because I shared a video last weekend, one of my videos to Reddit. It got a lot of traction. It did really good, thousands of views.
Mhm.
It was awesome. But one of the comments on Reddit was, "I need to basically." Uh, they used big words to say I need to speak clearer, and I was like, "I'm a New Yorker. This is as clear as I get." You
So he was
know,
telling you in high Gygaxian.
you need to elucidate. I'm like, I
Yeah.
kind of know what that word means. But I'm a New Yorker, so I don't think we actually follow those rules. Let me look that up, though. Yeah, that's what I thought he said. That mother.
Yeah, we need to elucidate. Well, I elucidated with my wife last night in bed.
It
No,
was
that's not
really a
what it
lot. It was. It was.
means.
It was spicy. It was a
It
spicy
was,
elucidation.
yeah, I had some sriracha sauce beforehand. But anyway, oh, ho, ho. What were we talking about before the show? Oh, yeah, I was talking about the transitions in Thaco's Hammer, and then I started thinking about role playing transitions.
Go figure that crap out.
And I really wish I knew what the hell I meant.
Okay, folks, that's a wrap. Now,
Yeah, no, it's like you're in a situation. It's like moving the plot along. Basically, it's all part of the it's all part of your tempo, all
right,
part of your
pacing.
kind of thing. I mean, there are times when you have an encounter and they're in town and they're shopping or whatever, but there are times when they're traveling, and then there's time when they're in the location, dungeon, whatever. And you got to be able to know when something has played out as far as a scene, as far as an encounter goes. And if do you, the big question is like, do you want to role play the travel, or do you just want to get there?
We could be. I wish there was a survey ability in Streamyard. Do a survey and have it pop up. Because I'll be honest with you, um I'll tell you this. I will usually go for the compromise. Then the compromise is I'll roll one random encounter, and usually it's going to be a role
Mm-hmm.
play encounter. For I don't want to do the all right. Your trip is for 3 days, and I got to roll uh 4 random encounters, one every 6 hours, to see if you have a random encounter. Oh, and it's three
Well,
days. I got to roll 12 times, dude.
well,
No,
there's a reason there's only an encounter on a one.
Agreed, but that's why it's like, oh, it's going to be 12, and my chance is 1 in 12. I'm giving you. I'm not going to roll those dice. You're going to get an encounter,
Through,
and I prefer,
mm-hmm,
especially outdoors, for these encounters to, if with good role play, even if it's bandits or whatever,
mm-hmm.
good role play to allow the PCs to get out of combat. That's just how I roll. Bump. But
Well, it all depends on how fast I want to get them there too. I mean, if they want to do 3 days travel, I'll do the old. I'll roll in the morning. I'll roll in the evening. I'll roll in the morning. But if I really want to get there, I'm going to roll them one per day, and that's
yeah,
it. You know, and also travel's a good way to role play amongst the characters.
oh yeah, and if you're playing with resources, it's like, did you bring
Mm-hmm.
enough food and water, or do you got to make sure the
Mm-hmm.
party does a little living
But
off land as they travel?
I've had some groups where it's a 3 day travel and they want to play the entire 3 days. You know, you get after the third time of okay, whose has first watch? That gets kind of old.
Um, you know, honestly, back in the day, back back when you played multiple times a week during the summertime, like
Mm-hmm.
high school and college days. Um, yeah, we were sticklers to roll it all out, and I was like, oh,
You got if you're playing a whole weekend, I mean, you got
you got the
time to
time.
do
I
that.
admit it. I admit it.
But still, you can't let it get boring.
Now, I will say, David has a really good point. I never let the party know an encounter is a random event. They will treat it differently than if it's part of the plot story. That
Well,
is a
yeah.
valid idea.
Well,
It's good.
yeah. I mean, you know, you just I roll it, and if it's a one, I figure out what it is, and I just go, okay, you guys, something's approaching. You know, whose watch is it? That kind of. Oh, Paul, thank you. Yes. In fact, I believe Dave has released a couple of new things for Iron Falcon out there. I think there's a monster book and something else.
Yeah.
But yeah, to me that was like there's basic fantasy, then there's Iron Falcon. He told me the difference, but I can't remember what the difference. Not much of a difference, I'll say.
Well, I guess Iron Falcon is white boxing basic fantasy, if I recall correctly. It
Okay, yeah.
it's taking some of the detail that out that a lot of groups don't need, and it
Mm-hmm.
plays later. I haven't looked at my Iron Falcon in a while. I
I
really
sold, I sold, I sold mine. That was part of the purge where my wife said, "You got to get rid of some of this stuff," and I had to slim down my collection. That went, but I kept all the basic fantasy stuff.
yeah, basic fantasies are really really good stuff. Really cool. Now, by
Yeah.
the way, folks, just so you all know, sometime around 9ish, 9, a little bit before, a little bit after, depending on the pacing of the show, we are going to announce that we're doing our OSR Christmas Day 3 giveaways. And what that means is when I make that announcement, if you haven't commented in the last 5 or 10 minutes and you're in a live stream, you're listening to this shit live, comment. Because the the randomizer pulls from comments, not the number of comments that you've made, but have you
Oh, you,
commented in the last couple of minutes?
oh, you got this automated?
Yeah, got it
Oh,
automated.
damn. I
So
thought we were just going to take the ten comments and then roll a
no,
die.
no, no, it's gonna automate. So on Wednesday night, we're gonna make a rule post Wednesday night because Wednesday night, Jen Glazer, we were giving away 5 prizes and she won 3 of them.
Mhm.
So I was like, this randomizer likes Jen. So we are giving away. I'll just give you a quick listing of what we're giving away. We're giving away in PDF endless encounters from Paysetter Games. It's a $20 PDF. You get your choice of either BX or 5e. We have both flavors. When you get when we put you in contact, uh, so through me to Bill, Bill Barsh over at Paysetter, you get to choose. I'm giving away a $10 drive-through RPG gift certificate. James Mishler is giving away a full set of what is currently released for Shadow Dark, which is his upcoming OSR clone / setting. It's going to be interesting to have somebody else who has a Shadow Dark game they're giving away, and it's also OSR. Uh, uh, just dueling Shadow Darks, but that'd be another day. And the guys over at Emperor's Choice, the Arduin gentlemen, they are giving away an Arduin map
That's the big one. That's the big one.
that will ship anywhere in the world. So those are the 4 gifts given away. These are great gifts to give away on a night like today because I don't have to worry about where you live. All right, everybody's eligible, so we'll have at least 4 gifts to give away. It should be fine. But that's
The
going to be one.
Arduin map right there.
Yeah, and then you can beat somebody with a tube.
Yeah. Or fight them. Oh,
So
that's what we used to do.
yeah, we meaning me. I'm splitting up OSR Christmas between the blog which
Mhm.
if you go to the blog, tencarstavern.com, you can still participate in yesterday's post. That is live until tomorrow evening. But if you go there, make a comment for OSR Christmas. There are other prizes in the mix, including some of these. And the Substack. Substack listed at the bottom. We're going to be 2 weeks.
Mhm.
Two of those next 2 weeks. One subscriber will, actually, maybe multiple subscribers actually, because we'll have some of these gifts are daily gifts we get from very generous donors. But subscribers, if you're subscribed, I have your list. I can use random generalizer, random. In any case, I can randomize who gets gifted and announce it in the newsletter. But you have to be subscribed to get into that.
And if you get the Arduino map, it'll give you great exercise because these damn things are a bitch to open.
Glenn said a bad word. Well, it's not a 4-letter word, so I guess it really isn't one of those.
Yeah, and here's what it looks like.
It's pretty good. It's beautiful, and it's like on parchment paper.
Yes, on parchment. These guys are classy. I just thought I'd show that off. One of our prizes off.
Wild Die Wooder. Jen can't win again. I know. Actually, Jen feels really guilty about winning that stuff and putting stuff back in the pool. I'm like, it was one fair and square. But going forward, we will probably have to limit people to 2 prizes in any one day of gift giving.
I was thrilled on chat one year that I won the OSR patch, the OSR logo patch.
Yeah, we're giving away.
Yep.
Well, no, because Thad is giving away OSR refrigerator magnets. We've had 10 over the 12 days to give away. So there's 2 days. I'm not sure if we're giving away a magnet today, but it's the classic, OSR blue thatch hatch logo.
Thatch hatch.
Thatch hatch. They're very talkative today, Glenn. I'm just saying this.
Okay. Well, you're very malproppy today, I think.
I could be. I swear to God, I can't believe it's not butter. So,
and this show's about an hour and a half, 2 hours long, and I'm going to spend the entire time trying to re-roll this map and putting it away.
Now that is some funny ass shit.
Yes.
Do it, Glenn.
You can probably hear me down here. I'm doing it. Damn it doesn't fit. Thank you, Doc. I appreciate that. I still have the beard. You could thank my wife for that, who told me I should keep the beard for a while.
Oh wow, gave approval.
Yeah, but it's not going to be one of these. It's going to be kept trimmed. I mean, this is the kind of beard I had when I played Lazar Wolf in Fiddler on the Roof.
If I were a rich man, la da dee da 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 dee da.
To life, L'chaim.
Ladu. Hey.
Ladu. You want to marry my cow? Yeah.
Huh? Whoa.
I had at least one cast member say I was doing Boris Badenoff. But hey, what do you want for a broken down old actor?
The man that does it for the love of the game, or
don't we all? I mean, we're gaming. We're not getting paid for it. Yeah.
Glenn, when you produce content, and I will say that we are content producers. You do a podcast, occasionally a video. You're on this channel with me. I do this as a daily basis.
And I'm still not famous. Damn.
Famous.
Neither are you. We should both be famous. Of course you are.
I'm not. Listen.
You're famous.
I'm not famous with a capital F. I am famous within my small.
Yeah. Part. Well, I'm something else with a capital F. So, well, half of your famous.
My virgin ears, Glenn. My virgin ears. Please don't.
Well, half of your fame is Raish anyway. So.
Oh well, that's true. Raish is behind me. I don't know if she heard that, but she did. Okay. I love him. Oh wait, you're not allowed to love Glenn.
Is my nose brown? So
I don't know, Glenn. I'm trying not to get close enough to tell.
okay, good. Dungeon 23 a go.
What is Dungeon? All
Ooh.
right, Paul, you're gonna have to tell
No,
me more.
issue 23 a dungeon. I can
It's
look
not.
that up.
It's not Dungeon Magazine issue 23, which I'm sure I still have packed away. It's just hashtag.
I've got them all on PDF.
So I don't know what you're talking about, Paul. I'm sorry. Doc says
Oh,
it's
you are you are infamous, Doc. Abso,
absolutely.
yeah. Thank you.
Yes. Only I get the voice on this channel. Glenn, if Glenn curses, we will hear the end of the world, and somehow,
Well, look,
some
look,
way, in post editing
look,
of a live stream, the cursing will be removed. And
look. At North Texas, every year I make up for that in spades.
oh, it's a mega
Right?
dungeon creation project
Right.
challenge. I heard something about it. Now that you mention it, I didn't know what it was called. And no,
Oh, one
And,
for every day. 365 rooms. Yeah.
yeah, no, I am not participating in that. And I'll be honest with you. Let me explain to you, Lucy.
Let me
Let,
explain.
let me explain.
No,
Um,
take too long. Let me sum up.
there's all these like blog challenges that have been going on for years since I came into blogging, and these blog challenges would challenge you to put up an A entry for your first entry, and a C entry for your third entry, and C is for, let's not say the word, but no, C is for cantankerous, whatever, and you do your blog post about it. And you know what? When I was posting 3 or 4 or 5 blog posts a day, I didn't need any of these challenges or mind games to get me to actually put up content, put up a blog post. I didn't need it. It was actually that became work. I tried participating in one, and it became work. And then you start it, you're like, oh, now I owe them another 25 posts of this shit. So yeah, it's a great idea, and for people who like in my case, okay, I'm doing a video a day. I'm doing a blog post 6 out of 7. I have Chris Stoggle that does my Sunday post. Um, I got the newsletters. I'm running something like OSR Christmas, which, believe me, we're still getting people donating. I had a phone call today, somebody adding to the donation list. Um, I don't literally have the time or the patience because it's not my wheelbarrow. I'm not a person that writes dungeons or mega dungeons as a hobby. So yeah, no, I'm not. But God
I
bless
can
you.
barely. I can't even do one dungeon. I'm just not. Yeah, I draw, but I don't do that kind of. I don't like doing that kind of stuff on the rig. I'd rather just steal a dungeon from somewhere online and use it
Yeah,
than stock it myself.
it's like, yeah, sure, you can get a dungeon of 365. If you're going to do it right, okay, if you're going to do a challenge like this right, you're probably going to want to spend 30, 45, maybe an hour a day working on your entry. I don't. I can't do that consistently. I got too much else going on in the background. I can't even do things I'm supposed to be doing. I'm certainly not going to do a project that I have no interest because,
Well,
again, for those that find this challenge awesome, God bless you. And maybe we'll get 1 or 2 excellent mega dungeons out of this deal. But we're going to get a lot of useless crap out of this deal, or we're going to a lot of people aren't going to finish the challenge. So yeah,
I
no.
can't even do the one page. I can't even do the one-page dungeon every year. If you were a tanker,
Oh, this is from Sean McCoy of Mothership. Listen, I backed the Mothership Kickstarter. I'm kind of excited to see what comes out of it. But again, certain people need something to keep them busy on a daily basis in the hobby. I have what I need to keep myself busy on a daily basis in the hobby, and I just don't need to throw in others. Uh,
Yeah, I've been there.
yeah, see,
I've been there.
the issue I think Obsidian with Mega Dungeons, and I've been doing some reading on Mega Dungeons and some of the theories behind it, and I think a Mega Dungeon becomes very bland if it is unthemed, if it is just something that you throw out there. But maybe if you have your Mega Dungeon consists of, I don't know, seven subsections, each one is themed a little bit differently. One's a crypt, it's got a lot of undead. Uh,
Well, I think the prototype is the Temple of Elemental Evil. That was like the
Perhaps.
first really, really big themed mega dungeon.
Well, the argument is that Temple is not a Mega Dungeon. Most people who talk about Mega
Okay.
Dungeons say that Temple, it's a large dungeon, um, but it is not technically a Mega Dungeon because you could finish it. See, the idea with a Mega Dungeon is going to be, uh, it's almost like a sandbox that you can go left or you
Mm-hmm.
can go right, and it should be feel different whether you go left or right in a good Mega Dungeon. I go, oh, we're gonna go into this area. Oh, look, it's mostly intelligent mushrooms. Oh, this area is the undead. This area is lycanthropes. This area is,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll have different experiences. My problem is, as the creator of that dungeon, it means that I have to create multiple sections that challenge the same level that will likely most of it not be used. So yes, it's great because it gives differing parties different experiences at the same level challenge. That's awesome. But the reality is it's a lot of extra work. It's like mapping out your whole hex crawl ahead of time. And you know your
Mm-hmm.
party's only going to explore, I don't know, 25% at most before the campaign is over. So think of a mega dungeon as the same. Most parties are only going to scratch the surface of what's out there, and that might be awesome and make it reusable. But at the same time, it's a lot of work for the investment you're putting into it.
Yeah. Oh, you mean like this?
Oh, Glenn came prepared. Holy crap, Glenn!
I just happen to have it.
Tell everybody in the studio audience what you got there.
Well, I was born a poor sharecropper shop. No, sorry. It was a challenge to make a whole world in just a few weeks. Didn't specify how many weeks. I just happen to have this here, and he mentioned Gygax 75. So
So now was that now
I don't know
who
where you can get it, but you
oh,
can get
okay.
it.
That wasn't like
I
your
just
entry.
no, it's just like I got the PDF from somewhere. I printed it out and I just stapled it together. And it's like, oh, I'll read this sometime, and I totally forgot where it came from. But
Fair
it's
enough.
out there. It's out there. Try drive through at least.
Oh, David, you got your space opera Star Sector Atlas by FJU. All right.
Congratulations.
I hope they
Dave's
didn't.
one of our regular guys. He's
Yes, I
cool.
hope they didn't hit you too hard on the shipping, since it came from the us.
Yeah.
Helen doesn't have
Us.
time for the hobby she already has. That's an awesome point too. Yes, I would have to
Well,
agree.
last time I needed dungeons and I had to do it myself, I just drew a flow chart saying this is a room here, there's a room there, that, and just put lines. And then when I got to the map, I drew it out like a regular on the battle map. I drew it out like a regular dungeon. That's all you need, really, is just a flow chart and just
Well, yeah, unless your players are really old school players who used to look at the map they drew on graph paper and try to figure out where the secret rooms were because of there's this big opening over here. There's got to be a secret room. Well, your way you wouldn't be able to do that because your map wouldn't be the.
I mean, I love doing like putting a piece of graph paper down and throwing some D4s down. Okay, there's the rooms, and then
Yes,
just connect
David.
them.
You open the door and a red dragon is in the room. Those were the days. Or you rolled. There were 100 orcs in the room.
You
And
know,
by
you know
10,
when I first got onto Save or Die, they asked. I don't know if they asked me or I did. I redid the opening, and it basically was that you're in the 10 by 10 room and there's a red dragon. Save or die! And I just like people listen to it and say, you just scared the living bejesus out of me.
that's the whole point.
Yes. Yeah, I made it a 10 by 10 room with a red dragon in it just on purpose. Oh man.
Megan's like Finnegan's Wake. Everybody says they read the book, but nobody did. All right. Well, I will.
Well,
I
that'd be
will.
that'd be not so much, but to me, it's Lord of the Rings.
Well, no, I enjoyed Lord of the Rings, but because of Mega Dungeons, I picked up. Oh my God, the one from Expeditious Press. I guess it was the 5 volume, 6 volume one that came out like 2 years ago, and I picked it up in print, mind you, and then I promptly
Wow.
put it on my shelf because I was like, I don't have time. I like to think it was, ain't nobody got time for this. It's like what the. I got no. I like. I need to devote like a summertime of reading to that.
Oh,
Bad
by
Mike's.
the way.
Go
Oh
ahead.
yeah. Oh, by the way. I'm saying this so it may happen, but Sunday we're supposed to be recording another Thaco's Hammer.
This will be the
I
first.
say that. I
Okay.
say that so I can go back to the guys and say, "Hey, I said it on YouTube. We got to do it now."
So now this will be the first Thankles Hammer in how long?
Oh, I don't know, but it's doing an episode of Thaco's Hammer. It's like herding cats. I expect like tomorrow or like early Sunday morning to like have Brian say, "Oh, my kid's sick" or something like that, or Corey saying, "I got to do this artwork." Always something, always something. The only consistent ones are, well, even I have problems once in a while, but the only consistent one I think is Full On Gamer because he's driving. He's a trucker, so he always says, "I can do it driving or I can park." So he's always available.
Okay.
He does. I think the two things he does is do Thaco's Hammer and send us anime. He just sent another one today.
Nice.
Another Demon Hunter Blu-ray. It's like, does this series ever end?
No, it never ends. It is endless. Like the endless.
Yeah, crazy stuff. But yeah, I got my anime box over there. I just had to rearrange because he wouldn't believe the amount of Blu-rays that we've gotten from that series and everything. And I just got this today.
Yeah, you were showing it before
Steelbook.
the show.
Yeah, Steelbook. I made an exception. Usually my rule is no double dipping.
Right.
When I get like maybe a Blu-ray or something instead of a DVD, I'll sell the DVD.
Okay.
But my exception is the fact that I have Coraline over there in a regular edition, but this is a 4K and Blu-ray. But the other one has the 3D edition with the glasses, and I will give that up. So
that's not
so
really a regular edition, it's a 3D edition. So
well, yeah, let's get the Blu-ray and the 3D. So I'm doubling up on the Blu-rays. Whoop-de-doo. Anyway, that's as far from gaming as I'm going to get tonight, I think.
oh my God.
Well, it could happen. It could happen.
It could
I
happen
keep
to
thinking
you when you're
Ben Mike and I should do a live stream just about movies. So what's going on today? As far as D&D being under monetized, well, Watsy, go right ahead and monetize it because I won't be playing yours.
And that's, I guess, a huge part of it. Again, the OSR, anybody who says, go Watsy can go F itself, we never needed Watsy. Well, you know what? The OSR is here at the level it is here because of the OGL, the SRD, and Watsy giving us such tools. That's the reason why we got things like Osric and Swords of Wizardry and Labyrinth Lord. Back in the early days,
Hmm.
our initial retro clones and basic fantasy role playing, that even Castles and Crusades. You have these games, these rules, these tools because we were given the source material by WotC at the time. WotC of today is going to try to do what they tried to do back with 4E. And people have short memories, so I will remind you, 4E never had an OGL, never had an open game license, had the game system
Well,
license.
this as I said last night, it gets to if they're going to start trying to do like microtransactions for their VTT and stuff like that, that ain't going to fly very well. Because if you've got people on the VTT running games and people playing games, and the players spent $15 for, say, a dragon mount or some plus one whatever, and they say, oh, I got a plus one whatever, a dragon mount, and try and bring it into the guy's game, he's probably going to say no.
Well, hey, Glenn,
You
my
know,
my suspicion is they're going to do something that is going to be along the
it's
lines
not
of,
like Elder Scrolls where you can buy.
well, that's just it
Uh
though.
huh.
I don't think they're going to do things that give you in-game bonuses. They are going to allow you through microtransactions to customize your VTT avatar to be exactly how,
Mm-hmm.
how I describe my avatar. Yes, he wears a chainmail with a blue
So you're
cloak.
talking about face.
It's all going to be
You're
this
talking about
social.
face and clothes.
Yes. And
Okay.
it's going. I suspect it's going to be like that. Now, 4E was going to be microtransactions. Their VTT, the game
Mm-hmm.
plan there, if I recall correctly, was you would get a base set of tokens, right, or whatever they're going to give you with the game. But if you wanted your miniatures, okay, you wanted
Mm-hmm.
miniatures. Every orc was going to cost you like 25 cents. It was all aimed at the DM, by the way. So
Mm-hmm.
if you want to be able to have, 15 orcs on the board, 16 orcs, you have to pay $4. And the idea was that it's so much cheaper than buying regular minis if you're going to put it out. And remember, 4E was built from the bottom up to be more tactical. Was
Mm-hmm.
it was like, it was showing war game roots, and as such, you were going to need to put miniatures, pogs out on the table, and they were going to charge
Mm-hmm.
you for that experience. The game
Exactly.
license it was keeping the riffraff out of creating content. Only companies that paid a couple of $1,000s got access to the license, and that's why you didn't have very many third-party publishers for 4E.
You ever
Five
thought that was? Think that was a backlash to? Think that was a backlash to 5E's
or 3E.
OGL, where you
That
got
was a
like
backlash to the.
for every great third party supplement or something, you got like three crappy ones.
Well, listen, in the days of the initial OGL slash D20 system license, yes, there was a glut of material. I bought a bunch of that glut.
And some of it was damn good.
Yeah,
I know I
I
had some
think I
too.
think the
It's damn
5e
good.
stuff in general is better than the stuff that came out in the 3 era. I think uh, the community of creatives has evolved, and I think that people are a bit
Mm-hmm.
more finicky as to what they grab. They're not just going, "Oh, look, it's got the OGL license stamp." No, people are looking to get quality reviews on stuff before they actually put money down, which is good. But here's something else that people have a short memory of. When 5E was released, it had no OGL. There was no SRD. We didn't get one for 15 months. What we did get was the basic rules. And what were the basic rules? The basic rules were, hey, you can play D&D for free. You get the basic classes and the core of the rules, and you have enough to play D&D. And the idea was at Wizards that gamers didn't care about the OGL. that was only the handful of creators that were making money that we weren't getting a share of. They want a way to play the game for free, and they use the OGL to play for free. I know of nobody who used the SRD as a way to play the game for free. And no, the basic rules didn't satisfy. And after 15 months, they gave us an OGL. There was a huge, from what I understand, a huge internal discussion as to how that was going to go. And that's why it took so long, because the bean counters and the suits were pushing against the game designers, because the game designers like, oh, we need an OGL. And the others like, that takes money away from us because every OGL sale is a sale loss. That's the mindset you're dealing with. That's what we're going to be dealing with, I believe, with 1D&D.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get off my high horse now.
Oh, I want to say hi to TXG who showed up. I think it's the first time. Hey, how you doing? I hope you enjoy Hyperborea, and I hope to see you in North Texas.
Sit back and relax.
With or without the beard.
Sit back and relax. Enjoy.
Turn off your mind, relax, and float downstream.
I know, but Bob, I'm very much theater of the mind. However, I do like Fog of War if I'm using a commercial paid adventure. So I don't have to draw it all on the map. I just reveal bits and pieces as it goes on. So, and I didn't know there was an advanced space swap. Yeah, I had no idea. Advanced space swap.
I've heard of the name. I've heard of the game. I've never seen it.
I think I've almost caught up in the chat. Okay. We've got chatty people. Everybody's like, I want to be gifted. I want to be gifted.
See my DM in Discord? I haven't been on Discord today. I usually don't go on Discord unless I have to for some reason. Like Thursday chat, or when our Monday game, the audio isn't working in Roll20, we go over to Discord for the audio. I'll look after the show, though. Of course, I'm probably not understanding anything. Somebody said James Seymour says I'm looming a bit fuzzy tonight. Is that because of the camera?
Come in and out. It's fuzzy. I think I come in and out of the. It depends on if your camera loses focus.
Because my camera looks great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe
he just thinks I'm drunk. I don't know.
Well, Christmas is coming. That usually means
the goose is getting fat.
Time to fatten up. The goose is saying, "Why you give me all this?"
Hey, right on, Woodard. Wow, I didn't know you worked for them. Yeah. I haven't seen any of the other ones, but I actually love Coraline. It's a great thing, and it's still too scary to show some of my grandkids because Becky will say, "You don't show that to the grandkids; it's going to scare them." I don't think it will, but
the whole point. But to scare them in a way that's not overly scary. When does Violent Night, the RPG, come out? Due to be a Christmas tradition. I don't know. I from what I saw, Violent Night looks like it's going to be an entertaining movie, but I have not heard any actual reviews on it. Not that I've been looking all that closely. I got to admit.
Oh, James says I'm looking fuzzy. Yeah.
Yeah, Stuart, I expect that they'll let you buy virtual minis here. I'll take it a step further. They're going to be selling virtual dungeon terrain. All right.
Oh boy.
I suspect, because remember, it's a 3D VTT. They've hired 350 people for D&D Beyond this year. Wow. So obviously the VTT falls under D&D Beyond. Those are
next year the Christmas layoffs are going to be big.
Yeah. We're going to go back to the old days of Coast.
TSR. Yeah, it's Christmas time. You're gone. You're gone.
Merry Christmas. Here's coal for your effing stocking. But
have some unemployment benefits here.
The idea is, you're going to get this virtual terrain, your dungeon terrain. Why? Because when they make a new release, when they have like radiated Citadel comes out, um, they're going to come out with the physical book, the bundle, the physical book, the what's it, the D&D Beyond digital release that you get 2 weeks before the digital book ships, and you're going to get the
Whoa.
VTT material for the adventure, and that's going to include 3D terrain. Now, um, I would guess that the 3D terrain you get in these adventures is not going to be modular. I mean, you can't take it apart. The rooms are all set up. You're going to probably, I would guess, be able to buy some of your own terrain pieces, but you're going to have to buy like dungeon set 1, dungeon set 2, the crypts, dungeon set 3, dwarven ruins, dungeon set 4, built by the Gobos. And that's another way. And they're going to be like, think how much you would have to spend if you were buying Dwarven Forge and all the storage space that you would need. Here, it's all on your computer. We're saving you space and we're saving you money. So, yes, it's going to be a huge part of it. But a lot of it's they're going to try to get it some of it more.
I wish there was.
Uh-uh. Uh-uh. I'm nowhere near caught up in the comments, Glenn. I blame you. You get people commenting.
I'm sorry. I thought we were supposed to talk on this show.
No, you're right. You're right.
Foolish me.
Rob, you're very thankful. Again, the blog site is mostly for me to talk about new releases or sales or things that folks should be looking for. I opinionate more on the YouTube channel. I find I am less filtered. I'm like one of those old unfiltered cigarettes, very tasty, but sometimes they go down rough.
Well,
when I do these, not that I ever smoke.
I pity the person who's just getting into I pity the person who's just getting into D&D now with the 5e and D&D 1. I know I didn't get into this hobby to have somebody put their hand in my pocket. And it looks like that's what Watsy's trying to do.
Yep. No, definitely. Mr. Gunn, certainly. But there's a little bit of an overlap between the game and the media and the merch. And there's going to be digital media and digital merchandise, and that is the overlap. So it's not going to be strictly 4 different quadrants. They spoke about they see their future for D&D is going to be largely D&D Beyond. So whereas 4E was built to be a war game-ish system with the VTT, and the VTT never showed up, and that's part of the reason why 4E was a failure. 1D&D, 6th edition or 5.5 or whatever the F it is, it's being built with the idea of a COVID world, but how do you continue a COVID world where we cut out the middleman, where we can make sales directly to our consumers and squeeze the most money out of that 80% that is players and some of them aren't paying into the system any further than their initial buy-in. And others are doing minimal buy-ins because remember, most support material for a game is aimed at the DM. You're not getting your your 2E players player boxes. I need my player box with my player screen and my character sheets. I want them by class. I want because that way, if I want one of each, you're going to super monetize me. It's going to be some kind of repeat of that. There's going to be more material aimed at the players. Well,
when is that D&D movie supposed to be out? Next year?
Yeah, but it was
2023, I think.
I thought it was going to be March. I think they pushed it back to May. I think it got pushed back. So
I want to see what happens to 1D&D when that movie comes out.
Well, 1D&D
that's going to push it hard.
1D&D doesn't release the 24. So here's the issue. And we're going to see.
All right, 5e then.
Yeah, well, and that's part of. I'm sure there'll be another starter set There's going to be the movie starter set. They're going to sell it at the theaters. It's like, let's get more people in, and they may have some. It may be a proto one D&D with that. Who knows?
Could be, or it could be another Wendy's D&D game.
James, me too. I included a note on my order. Tenkar sent me here. I really wish that
See, you are famous.
I really wish I got a cut of those sales. But no, yeah, listen, you drive through your humble bundle and your Amazon, all help support the tavern. But if I find good deals, I want you all to get them. Why not? It helps the community, honestly. Uh, TXG last night's talk.
Thank you.
I'll be at North Texas.
Another
tavern. My mom told me I was special. You're all special.
I mean, if that keeps coming up, I'm going to ask Bad Mike for a kickback.
There you go. Stuart, at the start of 2020, I switched our in-person game to online. I put a lot of work with nice maps and virtual minis, but the group just didn't take to it. Some people don't like virtual gaming.
I understand that. I mean, I'd be face to face with everything if I had my druthers.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, too. Years ago, before I was actively podcasting, when I was simply a blogger, and I would blog a lot about the game sessions that I ran, and I ran a lot of my stuff on Roll20. And Roll20 reached out to me. This has got to be at least 5 or 6 years ago, and they were like, "Hey, we would love to see you run a game on Roll20 and record it for YouTube, and we would love to see it online." They had all the stuff, and it was a very nice invitation. And I responded to. They were going to give me more detail if I accepted. So I said, "Well, listen. Let me just clarify something for you. Yes, I run with Roll20, but I'm a minimalist. So at the time, I said I used Fog of War using commercial maps that I've scanned or taken from my PDFs. So I use Fog of War to reveal the maps. I use the dice roller. I don't use character sheets. Players keep their own character sheets. At the time, I wasn't even using the handouts function. I would hold something up in front of the screen. I said, and we don't use your voice or video feature because honestly, it sucks. We would at that time we were still using Hangouts from Google to run the Roll20 within it because their own servers couldn't seem to handle the fact that we had people from like 3 different time zones. So you get video for one, but no audio for another. So I said, and on top of that, my group is a very comfortable group that will probably require a lot of editing before I can put anything up on video that would be acceptable to the public. And the response I got to that was very interesting. Absolute silence. I guess they read that one.
Radio silence.
We don't want to touch that one. We don't want to get near that one. We don't even want to claim that we made the offer in the first place. Let's just totally absolve ourselves from that responsibility. So yeah, that was interesting. But some people don't like virtual. I'm still a minimalist with my VTT, so it plays a bit more like being at the table. And I have a group that I generally play with and I socialize with, and I have on. You see them every other Friday. If I'm not here with Glenn, the Random Party Generator. Joe the Lawyer, Rob Conley, Matt Jackson.
I may be there once. I may be there eventually.
Yeah, but Greg Christopher. I mean, I've been gaming with these people. Oh, Tim Shorts for years, in some cases, a decade or more. And we've all been doing our gaming via VTT. So for us, the VTT can play out like a home game with the same busting of balls. And the only thing is that, nobody's taking a can of squeeze cheese and putting it in your ring dings before the game session to see if anybody falls for it. So we do our own, jokes and bust on people. So for us, it's natural, but for others, it can't. It simply isn't as natural. And I played with a group out in Long Island for I don't know about a year and a half before we broke up. That was twice a month, and that group played out well in person. I don't think the personalities would have worked well on a VTT. You kind of have to find the right group for the medium that you're going to use to play. So, and now I will start catching up with the next guests. When everyone is special, no one is special. And it's Stuart.
You get focus, all virtual bay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it may. It could be.
I suspect that they are already building into their ideas, their plans, that they're going to see an initial loss of players, but they expect to monetize the remaining players to a much greater extent. And in the end, it's all about the bottom line.
Well, let me clarify that. Is I think they've learned their lessons from 4E trying to do a VTT.
Oh, they're definitely putting money in
it. They actually got a company that specializes in stuff like that instead of trying to do it themselves.
Right. They wound up buying a company that did it. Yeah. And here's the thing, too, with 4E, and we've mentioned this, they put all their eggs in a basket that was being held by two people, a married couple. And then the married couple were deceased in a murder-suicide. And once that happened,
ooh, yeah,
yes, 350 according to the article I read. So, all right, I'm gonna have to say I'm pretty sure that I'm going to miss some comments as I squeeze through this. Commenting craziness. Ryan, welcome. There's always so much to talk about, Michael. That's why we like doing this. That's why,
of course.
Listen, none of our live streams ever have a script. But Glenn and I, purposely or not, we do minimum.
We managed to do it.
Excuse me. We do minimum prep because we know this live stream is awesome.
Well, it's better. It's better if I do the third. If I'm there to do the Thursday chat because I can get stuff off of that.
Yeah.
I can't be there all the time, but.
We like it when Glenn is there.
I just think back to what we were talking about the night before. So, okay.
Mr. Gunn says that the
I like it when Glenn is there too.
Yeah, D&D movie's been moved back twice, so it's kind of being released in that empty area. Which, listen, you could say you'll have no competition and therefore will leave the box office, or you could say it'll have no competition, therefore they don't think it can survive in competition. So. It's an interesting way to look at it.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on a second, Glenn. Now I got to get the page ready. A page ready for the giveaway tool. The page.
Who said? Yeah. We skipped that one. James Seymour said, "Glenn, I'm trying to talk local stores into stocking Ostrich on the shelves, hoping for a resurgence." Well, after you do that, get them to stock this Hyperborea. They go together like ham and eggs.
Ham and eggs.
Yeah, they go together like salt and pepper. Anyway, is it time? Is it time?
It's just about
for the
time.
giveaway.
I had to get the stuff, put on the stuff to get the stuff ready.
You need a soundbite for a drum roll.
I don't have a soundbite for a drum roll. All right, we've got the Glen roll. The Glen roll is rolling. We're gonna share a screen, and the screen we share.
Wait a minute. Wait. Here. Yeah, in between we share. Let's do this. Turn that up. All right, I got something. Who do we got? We got somebody?
Not yet. Not yet. We'll have to do this in order. And folks, here, hold on. Let me. I gotta change a banner here.
Oh, Dungeons, Dragons, and Discourse are going to be on. Oh, never mind.
folks, when you if you gifted, but by the way, here we're gonna put in we're gonna announce this before we do this. There's 4 prizes, which will mean 4 separate winners. So if your name comes up again, I'm sorry, you don't get a choice of which prize you got. You get the first prize you got rolled, and then we're gonna move on and award to the second person. No Jen Glazers tonight.
You're ready. You're ready for the roll.
Ready for the first roll.
Okay, right. And we got one.
This first roll, which is what is it for? Hold on a second. This is for Endless Encounters PDF Pacesetter Games. You will have a choice.
And who gets it?
I don't know yet. You have a choice of BX or 5e. And the drawing. Drawing.
Wish I had a drum roll.
Draw. Michael Anderson. Mr. Anderson.
Okay.
Welcome to the Matrix, Mr. Anderson. All right. Michael Anderson.
Get him here.
Email me at my address on Gmail. Put in the subject. Winner Day 3 OSR Christmas, and then tell me what you won. All right.
What is the subject banana? We'll know what it means.
No, don't say that because I won't remember. All right. Second drawing is for a $10 drive-through gift certificate.
For
David Thompson.
That's an overseas shipment right there.
Yes. All right. Next one is Shadow Dark PDFs, a full set. At this point, I believe that is 4. Counting 4 PDFs from James Mishler. James Mishler is a creator in the OSR for at least a decade. There's some really good stuff, really creative. So, who gets that? Dun, 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 dun.
Come on, Doc.
David, you can't win again. We're sorry. We love you. But you can't win twice in the same day. And I know your luck. You'll be winning more than once. So we're re-rolling the Shadow Dark. Re-rolling the Shadow Dark. Re-rolling the Shadow Dark. Love Dave, but no Dave.
Again.
Right, Dave, the randomizer is stuck on you. We're gonna re-roll you again, Dave. Don't feel bad, but you know what? And I'm gonna have to. And if you come up a third, all right, you didn't come up a third time. Thank you, Ryan. Aquilus Media. All right, we have one more prize. This is a physical prize.
This is the big one.
This is the map that Glenn pulled out of his pants earlier.
This is the big one.
All right, this will ship anywhere in the world. Again, if you won a prize, if you win this prize, this gift, email me at the address on your screen. Say, OSR Day 3, I'm so-and-so, and this is what I'm being gifted. Because I won't remember half this shit. And I don't want to have to go back and rewatch this. But none of our priors can. So who will be the next? Helen Simpson. Congratulations for Helen. Email me. I'll need a shipping address for you. Just so you know. All right.
Yeah, woo. Just send your email to the mailbox in the alley.
Yeah.
Next to the trash cans.
So
we'll hand it off to you.
We'll make sure that you all get what you need. All right.
Okay.
Geez.
Doc, go on his show tomorrow night, and you'll have another chance.
What? No gift away. No gifts on the Gamers Health.
Oh, no gifts on the game. Oh man.
Yeah, no gifts on the Gamers Health. I don't think so.
Can't you give away like vitamin supplements or something since you're Gamers Health? And
I don't have vitamin supplements to be given away.
I don't know. Got vitamin supplements, protein, condoms, whatever. You know.
Would you like some used health products?
Used. Oh yeah, the Tenkar's Tavern branded condoms. I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
Look, they got a D20, a picture of a D20 on it.
Restart the
You know, I
randomizer. I'm just scrolling through. If I put every
you know,
comment in the last couple of minutes on the screen, we'll never get through this.
you know,
Bob, I'm sorry if you did not see your name go by on the randomizer. Hey, my name wasn't on the randomizer this time. I've had it where my name's come up because I've commented in the comments, and it's like, I can't win. Ben Mike can't win. Glenn can't win. So
no,
uh
I just extort stuff from Derek.
yeah. Yeah. Your email information is very safe. So now, actually, tomorrow, OSR Christmas will likely continue on the blog side. That will likely be, so tomorrow we'll have the wrap up of day 3, and we will hit with off with day 4. Day 5 will be Sunday on the Substack. That's the link scrolling at the bottom of the screen. So if you are a subscriber, you are automatically in the mix. So, and I'm still not caught up yet.
See, Mr. Gunn, thanks for showing up. Too bad you didn't win.
Doc says no need for condoms. I'm glad to hear that.
No comment. This
Doc,
time. This time.
Don said sorry to hear about your injury. But I'm bummed. Oh. So I'll leave the email address up on screen for a little bit. I fully expect to get some spam mail for not being up on the screen, but maybe they don't have
I'm
to.
almost
You know.
I'm almost out of Arnold Palmer here.
Oh, no more Arnold. No more Arnold Palmer. But isn't that like a 64-ounce cup?
Yeah, I don't booze it up like you.
Bob, blog winners are announced on a separate post. So what will happen is, likely what's going to happen is, all right, we're going to go with tomorrow's post, announcing the day 3 winners and announcing day 4 of the OSR Christmas giveaway. So you'd go there, and there'll be a list for all the gifts that were available. Your name will be there, and you'll be told, email me at tenkarstavern@gmail.com and say, hey, OSR day 2 gift. Hey, this is Rob Banks. I was gifted. I don't know. One of the gift certificate. I was gifted. There's other prizes. I was gifted Fire in the Mole print by I don't know. Oh God, why can't I remember their company's name? Because it's a creature. It's a creature.
Seymour Butson.
Not Seymour Butson.
Seymour.com.
Silver Boulet. You know, and then you go, okay. So
Silver Boulet.
what's going to happen too is that the last 2 days of OSR Christmas is probably going to run through the end of the year. Get all 12 days out. The last few days are going to include like some physical gifts. Our county workshop has a dice tower and tray. That's going to be U.S. only, but they are beautiful. So on the blog side, I ask you on your comment to indicate whether you are, if you're outside the U.S., if the things are shipping, I need to know whether they ship to you. Nobody, I haven't asked people, hey, if you're going to ship to Europe, or can the person being gifted give you a $40 PayPal payment to cover the shipping? None of us know what the shipment is going to be. I'm not doing that. I hate to say it, but you're excluded from certain gifts. When I do the Hyperborea set, or we have the Arduin set going out near the end, these are going to be U.S. only.
Is this going to be like the Arduin set, like what we got?
Yes.
Like everything?
Actually, I'll have to verify with them because Emperor's Choice, I don't have it listed as U.S. only. You know what? I think they will ship anywhere because they're crazy and insane. So, I am not that crazy and insane. This, by the way, is the 10th year of me doing this, and 10th year of
Really?
10
10th
years,
anniversary.
10th
All
anniversary of
right.
OSR Christmas, and it only was able to happen because of the generosity of this community, the publishers. As already as we started kick this off, since we've kicked off, I've had 4 more publishers go, "What more do you need? What can I do?" Or
Wow.
as Bill Barr did to me yesterday, and I didn't read it until later in the evening. Call me. Here's my phone number. I got something to discuss with you. And the discussion was, "Oh, it's our Christmas. How do we handle this? I want to give." So I mean, that's just that. I'm not saying that there aren't generous people elsewhere. Hey, which one? Zweihander. You can get like I don't know the new Zweihander book if you leave an Amazon review for Zweihander. That's the Christmas giveaway, and it's U.S. only. And the only reason I pulled it out is that that's somebody who wants you to do something to benefit them. Nothing here benefits me except for making me feel good that I can be involved in giving stuff away. All right, and get
And the more he drinks, the better he feels.
So drink beer and make it a meal. No?
Somebody mentioned, so I got a comment the other day. I think it was from a YouTube videos or something like that. Oh yeah, they said Glenn's videos aren't as much fun when he's sober. I'm still trying to figure that one out.
I've never seen Glenn do a video not sober.
Okay.
Unless you count Glenn on cold medicine. I've seen that.
No. Really?
Yeah.
I've been loopy on. Wow. Okay.
My mother gets loopy on cold medicine.
Okay.
But then again, she has
the only time you see me loopy is at the con in the bar.
Yes. And honestly, that's why I have Rachel. She's my official. You've been cut off. It's like, okay, I've been cut off.
That's why Jason. That's why Jason's my roommate, so he can walk me up to the room after a while. Speaking of which, I got my room. I got to let him know how we're going to do this. I think Gage is actually going to pay his way this year, which Grandpa, let me pay my part. I'm working now.
Oh, that's right. How's that job going for him? I forgot about that.
It's going great. He's getting a lot. He's earning a lot of money, which goes right out the door to pay for his mother's rent and stuff.
All right.
That's a whole story about his mother and everything. But anyway, he's doing really, really well.
He's being very responsible. God bless him. When he's old enough to drink, I owe him a round or two at the North Texas pub.
Give it, let's see, 2023,
24?
Probably 2025.
Ah. Tell him to move his birthday up.
He's 19 right now. He just turned it in August, I think.
Okay, so yeah.
So yeah, he's like, well, I'm also assuming it's like, yeah, sure, if you want to. I'm still not sure that you can get the time off to go because they keep him busy over at Ashley Furniture.
Oh, good for him, though.
Yeah, he talked about not keeping the job and going back to learn heat and air. Learn how to be a heat and air guy.
Oh, that's HVAC is good money. Honestly,
yeah.
I had a friend that did that. He got the training, and with the training, he became what do you call it? Like school custodian in New York City is like $150,000 a year.
Yeah,
job.
well, the way the weather is around here in Oklahoma, they're busy. They are busy.
Yeah.
So either it's too damn hot or it's too damn cold.
But yeah, my friend got his air conditioning license and started making good money. But then he decided, of all things, since he's also a tech guy, he started working in the tech field in New York, which still usually support.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden, he got a management job at Deloitte. I was like, "You're a suit now?" I go, I one of my gaming buddies. I was like, "You're a suit." I mean, he's a well paid suit. So God bless him.
Yeah, so I hear that. I totally understand. But he's like I said, he's doing great. He still likes the game, and he's looking forward to the con. I just hope he can make it. I'm not going to hold my breath, but it would be nice if he could be there again. He
Very
just enjoys it too much. He enjoys it too much, and everybody loves him at the con.
yes,
So
he's a very personable young
he's
man.
very popular. He's very popular, and unfortunately, we can't get his discount for furniture, which is too bad. But that's okay.
I would love to hear David sing "Danny Boy" when he's drunk. All right.
Yes,
Oh,
I would
Danny
too.
Boy.
I don't remember. I mean, I do karaoke, and I've done karaoke drunk, but I don't ever remember spontaneously bursting out in song when I'm drunk. Usually, I'm too busy doing this. Oh, wow.
Oh.
This is cool, the way the room moves.
Oh.
I've game drunk.
I used to
Usually on New Year's Eve.
I used to have a rule at the game table when I was in college. That was like no drinking at the game table. Because listen, we all wanted to drink. I could not control those fucking cats, that herd of imbeciles, when they were drunk. They were hard enough to corral when they were sober, but when they were drunk, it was bad. Helen, no more getting drunk at one bad night with the Kraken.
Well, I've had a GM running champions while drinking Night Train. Sewer cleanouts. I've got a stepson who's a plumber. I don't know if he'd go for that, but might be something to look into.
I remember my first sewer cleanout because we have this house was built in like 1905, so we have clay pipes leading up to the house for the sewer, and we have, this is New York City, so you're in an outer borough. You have trees on your block, and the tree roots go through the clay pipe because that's where all the moisture is, right? You poop and you pee. They want it all, and we had a backup in the line. The trap was full, and we had to call them in, and they did that rotor rooter. It sounds like an inside saw going. I hear the two plumbers working down there. They were down there for an hour. They were getting really fucking annoyed, and then finally, I hear, I got it, and the guy has to go walk into the trap, into all that, whatever, and he reaches in and he yanks out something that was like 8 feet long, this big, huge root mass full of toilet paper. We got it. I was like, oh my god, I felt like this is like an old fishing movie, but like not. It's like, we got it, and holding it up and triumphant. This is the beast. I was like, holy shit.
And all of a sudden you hear,
there you go.
Yeah,
Holy fuck, the beast for over an hour. You wouldn't believe.
Sometimes you do Thunderbird, sometimes you do Ripple, but mostly it was Night Train.
Good night, Helen. Yes, email me.
Good night, Helen. Love you.
David said he was a street cleaner back in 1980-81. You often had to clean up after traffic accidents. You know who cleans up after traffic accidents in New York City? It's a police officer kicking everything to the side of the road. Nobody comes to clean that shit up.
Yeah. I found a piece of brain. What do I do with
it? James, how many types of pipe did your house have? I know the pipe going out is clay. I believe the pipes coming in are, yeah, or at least were until recently,
The
lead.
PVC.
There's a lot of lead pipes in New York City. That's why for years they've put an additive into our water, which turns your toilet bowl like a reddish brown after a while because it's there to make a
The
buildup.
lead.
Yeah, to protect from the lead coming in. I don't think they have any. Only reason why we have that we had to change our feed in. So when we changed our
Mhm.
feed in, they put new piping in. And I believe it was likely one of the plastics they've been using in recent years, but I don't know for sure. I
Oh yeah.
I, I was still working and uh, although I was home during the time that they were doing a lot of the work, I was sleeping because I was working midnight, so I would come home and fall asleep
Right.
at 8 a.m. So I don't know.
Yep. Mad Dog. That was another one. Mad Dog 2020.
Ooh,
2020.
my worst
Yeah.
drunk was tequila.
My worst drunk was Southern Comfort.
Okay,
No, excuse me. Well, and lately it's been Boilermakers. Two of those, I'm out.
roll him over like a drunk. He is one. Oh, okay, just roll him over then. My tequila story, which I've told before. I was nine, maybe I was 20. We had one of our friends was joining the Air Force, and we were having a going away party, and I was drinking tequila from the bottle back when the worm was in the bottom of the bottle, and I was insisting I was going to get to the worm. I did. And it was winter time, and we were walking everybody home, and I was nice and warm. But the first thing I did after walking out of my friend Andrew's house, where we were having the party, was I I we had like a foot and a half of snow, so all these snow banks, and I climbed up on a snow bank, got partially onto the hood of a car, and peed on a mailbox at like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. And then for anybody who knows the outer boroughs of New York City, this was the area of Elmhurst, Jackson Heights. So I walked to Jackson Heights. We're walking the people home. Don't ask me why. And 74th and Roosevelt, where the train depot is, big train station, elevated, subway, big bus depot. A lot of the bus lines in that area terminate there. Buses go to the airport, come from there. And there's a guy selling hot dogs from his little hot dog cart at like 2 o'clock in the morning. And I, in my drunken state, decided that the only person who would be selling hot dogs when it's 20 degrees at night at 2 o'clock in the morning with all that snow around was selling crack. And I started screaming at the top of my lungs,
Snow and snow.
yeah, I wanted crack dogs. I
Sn-
want my crack dog, mother
Snow in
effer.
the snow.
Sell
I
me
love
my
it.
crack dog. My friends had to drag me away. And when I was finally brought home by one of my friends, uh, my house at the time we used to have a vestibule, no longer do after getting burglarized. But the outer vestibule door didn't lock, and all they did was they put me into the vestibule, propped me up against the inner door, and then let me
Mhm.
sleep it off until I woke up like I don't know 7 a.m.
I
So
thought you were gonna. Your story reminded me of the story that Corey always tells on Daco's Hammer about him going to the cons back in Philly, and one of them he like pissed off a third story room in the hotel or something like that.
Helen, I got yours.
And
David, I got yours. Michael, I have yours.
now there was also
Oh,
the
Ryan.
accident.
Yeah. Yeah. I got all four from today. Ryan too. Thank you. I got everybody's email.
I've there was the accidental drunk too, where I was working in the Bay Area, National Semiconductor, and in the warehouse, we all went out to the local bar afterwards, and I ordered my usual rum and coke. And one of my buddies says, "Let me get you a rum and coke," and he got me a 151 in coke. That's the first time I ever had 151.
How did that go down for you?
Whoa,
Oh, okay.
whoa! I'm glad I wasn't driving.
No. I think
Man, I
other
got
people
drunk
are
so
glad.
fast I couldn't believe it. Yeah, I usually do Boilermakers with Bud, Usually Bud with a shot of Seagram 7.
All right. Doc, my worst drunk was a gallon of wine on the beach with my best friend in '82.
All right.
Sick for the next 2 days.
Yeah, we were blind for 3 days. You should have came to the last party. We were blind for 3 days.
Southern Comfort, Mad Dog 2020, Boone's Farm.
Mixed? Ooh. Drink, but I gotta admit, drinking and gaming are fun. As long as you can keep a handle on it. I got drunk. We were in Vegas, and I was determined to do karaoke in Vegas. And we went to this bar, and I was like drunk real fast in this karaoke bar. And my wife was worried because she thought I was going to get up there and make a fool of myself. How wrong she knew me. She said, "You can't get up there and sing." I said, "Look, I can hold it together for 3.5 minutes." And I did. Every time I went up, the drunk waited until I got off stage. I can hold it together to do a performance.
Nice, Glenn.
Yeah.
Glenn keeps it real.
I may not be professional, but I behave professionally, at least when I'm sober. Well, yeah, when I'm drunk too. I mean, I remember we used to have rules when I was acting community theater and stuff. Nobody drinks until after the show. Okay. Then I did the Opry House in San Jose, where during intermission they're bringing back pitchers of beer.
Oh.
And they wondered why I wasn't drinking. I said, I don't drink until after the show.
That's the beer's going to get warm by then.
Well, you just have to pour me a new one.
There you go. I'll take 2 more pitches, please, but just make sure that I
drinker years ago as you would proceed to get loud. Yeah, that's. I mean, with any social situation, especially gaming, that's a chance you're going to take if you have drinking at the. But me, it's just more like I'm a fun drunk. I'm a goofy fun drunk, and it doesn't take much to pick up some dice and roll them. I'm just coordinated enough to pick up a D20 and roll it.
Well, that's really all you need, right?
I don't. It has gotten so bad. Yeah, when I was playing with my champions group in San Jose, every New Year somebody run champions, and I would get drunk. Middle of the fight, they said, "Oh, is your character out?" They said, "No, but Glenn is, so his character's out."
Well, you know what? Those buckets of D6s, you probably couldn't have added it all up anyway.
Yeah, I just go, I say Gia, Mark or Paul, could you please tell me what the side of the body is? Those were the days, man. Drunken champions. Those were the days. But remember was it my first North Texas or my second or third, where I was playing in Mike's B1 game for like the first time, and somebody brought a bottle of whiskey. I can't remember it was really good whiskey, and I'm drinking half the bottle. And what I remember was we were playing B1, and the drunker I got, the better my rolls got.
Really?
So I kept drinking. Yeah. After a while, I got a couple of crits, and it's like, yeah, baby, let's keep going.
Damn.
Knob Creek. That's what they brought Knob Creek. That's right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, drinking and gaming. What a blast, let me tell you. I understand the no drinking till after the show, though. I was in a show here we go, theater stories. I was in a show, Hot L Baltimore, in community college. And this one gal played one of the hookers, was a recovering alcoholic. And during I played the night manager, And that one girl that he had a crush on, we were both sitting backstage, and she pulls out a big bottle of wine. And I know what you're saying. Don't worry. I'll drink or some BS.
Yeah, she was nervous.
Third act. Yeah, the third act, she came out to do her big scene, and it was like, I spent a week in the theater one night waiting to get off just because she was totally a mess. She was totally a mess. And man, oh man, did the director read the riot act afterwards. But anyway, that no more theater stories. All right.
If you had a bingo card, you could have marked that off in your bingo card. We don't have a bingo card for this. Only
we should.
We could.
Bingo and gaming.
I could ask Matt Jackson. We have bingo cards for the random party generator. Rob
really?
Rob talks about LARPing. Rob pulls a book off his shelf. Tenkar takes a drink. Stuff like that.
So, yeah, well, I understand, David. I know you had the drink at our game. You seem to have a bad. You seem to have bad luck with drinkers at games, but I understand it totally. I've gotten mad at guys sober who do stuff like that.
Yeah, at least if they were drinking, there's kind of the excuse why they were drinking, but yeah, no. Anyone back in the Black Sword Hack Ultimate Chaos Edition from the Merry Mush Men and Friends?
Never heard of it.
The Black Hack doesn't do anything for me. I just leave it like that. So I don't really pay attention to projects that are based on a Black Hack.
All right. I've got like first and second edition of Black Hack. I reviewed it, both of them, and I don't know. I'm the same way, which is funny because I love Index Card RPG, which uses some of the same concepts from the Black Hack. But I just think Index Card RPG is a lot easier to use. I mean, yes, Black Hack is easier to use, but it puts kind of restrictions on certain things that I don't really care about. I don't really like, rather.
Right. So yeah, I have not been following it. It's just me. It's a game system. I appreciate its roots. I understand what's trying to accomplish. It just doesn't hit that mark with me. So, and I have so much other stuff to spend money on.
No, really? You acted? Yeah, of course. Of course he does. Of course he did. Gaming is the greatest hobby to go in if you're an actor or used to be an actor or something like that. I hate to think that people think I'm like, a wannabe who couldn't make it or something, because they say if you can't do, you teach. So I'm teaching gaming.
There you go. But you can also game, Glenn, so you don't have to.
That's true. That's why I'm the GM. I mean, I play one character as a player, but I love GMing because I'm a cast of thousands.
You heard it here first, folks. You heard it here first.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Mm-hmm. But hey.
This show, all these live streams fly. You look up and go, we've been doing this for 90 minutes? No, he's not been doing this for 90 minutes. We just got on.
It's funny. Dave says many of my official RPG group are all amateur actors. My Monday group, except for Gage and myself, all are like SCAers.
Right.
There is in Muskogee, they have a castle. They do a Ren Fair every year, and they're part of that group. So yeah, they're actors. I think that's why I get along with them so much. Thank you, Wizard.
Oh yeah, David.
Lots of RP horses in. Oh yeah, yeah. My group stunned me last time we played Hyperborea, because afterwards I said it was all right. I mean, I'm always kind of shaky on fantasy. They says you do all right fantasy, but boy, do you do that pulp stuff great. I said, oh, Thank you. You know, because we played Savage Worlds and Gangbusters and things like that, and they love it.
And that's really what it comes down to. As long as your players are enjoying what you're doing, you're doing something right.
Anybody? Let's see. Now, you're looking for stats for a chainsaw, or
I think
I shudder to think why a gamer is asking
recommendation.
for a chainsaw.
I need to disassemble a few humanoid style dummies. Maybe.
We're playing a zombie survival game, and I really need this. Yes.
Played Twilight 2000 with a group of British Army soldiers once. That was neat. I can see that.
Ooh, yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah, because they were placing gaming that out in their heads on a daily basis.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh god, when I used to go to cons back in California, before the magic thing, I mean, you couldn't swing a dead cat without hitting some kind of vampire goth player. It was crazy. All these guys in jackboots and long black coats. Or was that solos? It was either you'd hit solos for Cyberpunk or like pale goths for vampire.
Nice.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Bob got a stack of local SCA newsletters, booklets, and an auction box lot. So I can only do that if I could leave the majority of the stuff. Hey, I'd like to take this way. Hey, I'll leave you the rest of it.
Yeah. At Pacificon one year, I got two stacks of old alarms and excursions. I wish I knew what happened to them.
It's still going.
Yeah, but I know. I wish I knew what happened to my stacks of back issues.
Never mind. I understand.
I think I even have some of the old ones that Gary used to write in on.
You all suck. Sorry, Gary, but this is how we see it.
Down Tinder would like to have. Oh, okay. Okay.
I didn't know too many Vampire the Masquerade people. I think actually the only one I know who played it regularly was Vince Florio. And I'm saying that without my mouth moving. Vince Florio. And it wasn't me. But apparently, Vince had interest in a lot of it. I had a lot of the books. But my group would laugh at me when I wanted to say, hey, you want to play?
Watch out, I may be pumping you in for information like Vince does. Ooh, did I say that? Ouch. I'm still friends. We're still friends, right?
Yeah, still friends. But my
No, Vince.
I know. But my group was kind of like, no, we don't think we want to play that. But it looks coolish, kind of.
I tried to get my Champions group interested in Justice Inc., which is Pulp Hero, and they wouldn't even. I couldn't even get it. Couldn't even get to first base with them. Same with Gangbusters. It's like we play D&D, Warhammer Fantasy Role Playing Champions with a little bit of Starfleet battles and 40K on the side. What are you going to do?
David, my city had a VTM LARP group and a Star Trek LARP group. We couldn't decide which group was the saddest.
Well, the Star Trek group was probably more fun.
Yeah, and probably older. That's probably the difference there too. I wanna be James T. Kirk and get the green women. I like all women. And as opposed to the VTM with
he's the Vulcan because he's the only one who's got the pointy ears he can put on.
Yeah. Who wants to play Uhura? Who's playing Uhura? None of us. Damn it.
Still a few gots. Well, I believe it. Trek group was mental obsessive. Yeah, they can. I've been around them. They can get that way sometimes. You know, they put the uniform on and they're gone. You know, they're gone mentally into Starfleet.
Who wants to be a red shirt? Star Trek group go to run fairs and pretend it's an away mission. Or if they were Next Generation, it could be the holodeck.
Yes.
So, well, Glenn, we
Damn it,
may
I'm a Ren fair. No.
name him a run fair, not a doctor, not an engineer.
Yeah. I've been to where they filmed that.
God help us.
Used to live near there. Anyway, what were you saying?
I'm saying it might be our wrap up time.
Maybe. Yeah, Doc. I still like Justice Inc., but I kind of play like Savage Worlds Thrilling Tales now, written by the guy that Eric doesn't like.
Oh, you mean Gareth the Hutt?
Gareth. Mm-hmm.
Hey, let's just check to see if there's any updates on. I know there aren't any updates on the Kickstarter. Why would there be updates on the Kickstarter that we'll have it by the end of the year, has been a promise the last 3 years? Why would there be an update on that? Because Elias got to lie.
It's like I don't follow Yar anymore either.
I gave up on Yar. You know, I really did. And by the way, Far West is a project we love. I wonder if they still love it, being that it's 10 years late. Last update was November 8th. All right, yeah. Apparently not.
Yar, I don't need keep my $25. I just like to see if you're ever going to pull this off.
Yeah, no, Yar isn't. Yar is dead, and Far West is like, hey.
Oh, that's good.
Take the skeleton and just put a new hat on it and say it's a resurrection. He's raised from the dead. Put a little string on it, move the arm, and they'll believe you for next year. Oh, come on.
Yeah, I lost mine in a flood. Along with the rest of my hero stuff. Never heard of it.
Glenn, you got a review request.
The Arcanium, never heard of her, did I?
I've heard of it. Never.
I think it's something you have. I think it's something you have, don't you?
I don't have the 30th edition. I probably have an earlier printing from back in my original gaming days.
Strahd escaped the holodeck. Oh, like Moriarty. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Very nice.
How did they escape the holodeck? That's not supposed to happen.
You can ride with the shuttle with Professor Moriarty. Yeah.
Don, I have no clue.
Anyway.
Anybody who doesn't name Scuzzy, by the way, is kind of scuzzy.
Anyway, maybe we should wrap this up.
Yes. Getting into the punch, and I'm totally sober. But I had thought about going to the Poconos this week, but then they were going to get like a foot of snow, and they did, so I'm glad I didn't. And I got to go up next week
either.
And check on the house for my parents, and might have to do it in a single day because next week they're looking at another foot of snow. So I don't.
And next time you see us together, guys, will be the 30th, the day before New Year's.
Well, actually, the next time you may see us, the 28th. The 28th is a Wednesday. We are doing an end of the year talking crit. So all of my co-hosts are invited. That includes Glenn and the guys from Friday night, and even Rach.
You'll just have to just give me the link.
Yep.
I don't know what I'm doing, but I probably
if you're around, we'll take you in like a refugee. Yeah. We figured we're going to go anyway with a bang.
Yep. Anyway, folks, do your spiel.
Do my spiel. What's my spiel? Use your common sense, because apparently anything else involving the endemic doesn't work anyway. So I am not a doctor. I'm not a physician. I personally take a vitamin D3, zinc, and vitamin C pill on a daily basis because that's probably effective-ish, kind of, sort of. I don't know. Other than that, be
Yeah.
safe, be well. God bless. Roll those dice, roll them well. Remember, OSR Christmas
See,
over at the tavern on the blog side.
yes. Listen to Thago's Hammer and what's that other show I do? Yeah, Radio Grognard, which I'm going to
Radio
put up.
Grognard.
I'm going to set up the next episode after we get off here. So,
oh, nice.
Oh, and happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and all that other stuff, folks, and have a very good New Year and next year.
But we'll see you before then anyway. Right? Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.